Fellas, what's up? It's Co-Trainer. My name is Cole, and today I wanted to go over the prices of the individual cards, the set cards in Ascended Heroes, and kind of where they are and what they've kind of gotten to now, and we'll get into that in this video. Three, two, one, and record. All right, guys, we're looking at the cards in this set, and I just wanted to get into, I'm just gonna hold this because it's gonna be a lot easier to do. Anyway, you guys just see the iPad on the screen. All right, so let's see if we can get this filtered down to high to low, because everybody just wants to see the most expensive cards in the set. All right. Wow, we're looking at the Mega Gengar EX. That is crazy. $856. Wow, that's awesome. It started out at, let's see, where did we start? $975. So we're looking at a 12% drop there. That's crazy. I mean, this card is sweet, though. I love the way that Mega Gengar looks with the, what is it, like an eye, or what is that on his forehead? I don't even know. Some of you guys probably know a whole lot more than I do about that. Let me know in the comments below what is in on Mega Gengar's forehead. Let's get back into it. Okay. And of course, we got the gold cards. I don't really want to get into those too much. I know that there was a lot of controversy over this Mega Dragonite with the wings coming out of his head, all that kind of stuff. This card looks sick. So we got the Dratini, the Dragonair, and then Dragonite all in the same card. That is sweet. I mean, yeah, there's pink, and oh, you even got the regular Dragonite in there as well, outside the Mega Dragonite. And I mean, it's cool. I mean, it looks like confetti, cotton candies, I mean, ribbons, sparkles, clouds. I mean, all of it's in there. And this card actually went up in price. Wow, up almost 22% from, where did we start? $465 up to $568. So, man, you'd be balling if you purchase the, man, I wish it would just, there we go, just go back. Okay. You'd be balling if you ended up purchasing that before. So I think this is what I'm seeing. Okay, because the Mega Charizard gold card is not the #1 most expensive card. The gold Mega Dragonite is at #5. So I think this is telling us that people do care about the artwork that they see on these cards. They care what the cards look like. Just because it's gold and shiny doesn't mean anything to a lot of people. Even the fact that the Pikachu EX is more expensive than the gold Dragonite. Like, people just like, let's look at the gold Pikachu. I was gonna say people made a killing on that, because I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have thought that. Just, I don't know how difficult it is to get this. I mean, this is a SIR, I believe. Yeah. And, very hard to pull from this set, as we talked about in our last video, but not last video, but a video in the past. This is a awesome art just because of the background to a lot of people. Like, to me, yeah, it's Pikachu is Pokemon's mascot and all that kind of stuff, and it's an SIR, so it's very difficult to pull from the pack. But I kind of like the Mega Gengar and the Mega Dragonite just because of all like the action and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is very like aesthetically pleasing, and you know, and it's nothing too crazy. I would see why people would like it, to be honest. Not going to disagree with why people like it, but I mean, same with this Pikachu EX right here too. You know, I mean, it's cute. and people like cute. Now it's dropped a little bit in price, which, you know, with the terrestrialization and all the colors around the borders, like, it's a cool card. And it would be really cool to see this in person, because I bet the texture and the foil on this is awesome, just with all the colors and stuff like that. But as you can see, it's dropped quite a bit in price too. And you know, we have Team Rocket's Mewtwo right there. I mean, that just looks dangerous, like the bad guy. I think that's sick too. Anyway, kind of wanted to just go over the price a little bit. They're falling, which is good for everybody. It means that packs are getting open, people are getting these cards, but oh man, just expensive stuff. How many cards do we have over 100? We got 3, 6, 9, 10 cards over $100. And no, I lied. 13. Well, 14 cards. I wasn't looking at the market price on these. Wow, that's crazy. Almost, I would call it, after shipping and everything and taxes, there's actually 15. But man, these cards are expensive, and it's because nobody can get this set, guys. It's nothing super spectacular. I mean, these cards look really good. You know, for me, just getting back into Pokemon and looking at new sets coming out now, like, these cards, they look really good. Better than some of the cards I've seen in the past, where, you know, you can't really tell. Like, let's see. Like this Mega Feraligatr. Like, it's just like in a, like, swirl of water. And, like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm used to seeing. You know, I personally like the Mega Feraligatr with the Totodile, like, head or mouth or whatever you want to call it over the top of him. Like, I think that looks pretty cool. And whenever it's closed, it looks awesome. And here, whenever it's open, it looks good. In some images, whenever the mouth is open, you just see Feraligatr underneath. It doesn't look that good, but I mean, I think it's pretty good. But I also like teeth and alligator dinosaurs. I love that, you know, alligator dinosaur type and dragon type Pokemon, you know. So, and I don't know much about the Antsy as a Pokemon, but I will say this card looks good. You know, for not knowing much about the Pokemon. And, you know, I hope you guys bear with me a little bit on the Pokemon, because I don't know all of them. You know, especially because it's been a little bit and new generations have come and gone. So I hope you can bear with me and allow me to take them in as I see them. But, you know, this Scrafty, like, that just looks cool. You know, because there's just a lot going on. And, you know, it's kind of, you know, that back alley, a little bit of, like, fighting vibes or whatever you want to call it. Like, I think that's really neat. And oh man, this Holucha, that is can I get this thing full screen? Come on. I can't. Anyway, just look at that thing. Like, that just looks like it was straight out of a comic book. I mean, this is kind of, you know, like, Ascended Heroes is supposed to be kind of like comic book style, and I think that that's awesome, and why there's a lot of appeal for this set. But man, like, that just looks awesome. You see the buildings and the glass. That's sick. Have to say, like, that's probably the top card I've seen so far. That thing is awesome. Alright. So, I'm sure Psyduck right there. Like, I've heard some people talk about this one too. You know, it is an illustration rare, but, you know, at the same time, not everybody's going to find it really appealing, and most people expect it to go down in price. You know, so it's unfortunate. But while I was looking at this set, and most of you probably don't care about anything that's under 50 now, and we're getting to under 20, you know, somebody who just bought a ETB or something and wanted to open it or have a bunch of packs, you know, they're spending more than now what these cards are worth. So nobody's interested. They're not getting their money back. So let's go back and let's go to the, I want to go to the Japanese set and just look at the singles there. Kind of see the difference. So yeah, you can see that the Dragonite is up here. It's actually more expensive than the Mega Dragonite EX SAR, Special Art Rare. Yeah, no, the texture on these is awesome. And I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of a price comparison between the Japanese and the English set. I absolutely love that whenever the Mega Attack rares have the English version of the attack on the card, and the English versions have the Japanese. Like, I love that play into the English and United States market, the Japanese and Japan market. Like, I love that kind of stuff, and one of the reasons why I feel convicted to get into Japanese too is because they do like, you know, piggyback off of one another, and that is that's really cool. I even remember that back in the XY. I don't know if that's the first time they used it in XY when they had EX cards, but I remember it back then too, and I think that that's really cool. Hey. The word I don't know how to pronounce. Symphonia. Is in the Guard of War card. The attack. That's cool. Just saw that. But anyway, now we're getting to some cheaper cards, but the point of this was just to go over some of the prices that are currently being listed out there for these cards. And I mean, the Japanese cards are pretty expensive too. And you know, it'd be an interesting video to go over the pull rates on the Japanese side. I know that it's very high as far as your likelihood to get a lot of these SARs, SIRs, illustration rares, all that kind of stuff. I think that you have the higher likelihood, thus the prices are going to be cheaper. But, I mean, they're just as cool of a card. You know what I mean? If not, like, more interesting. Like, you're going to tell me, so let's just use this Mega Gengar as an example. And kind of look at the borders and the card itself and the texture, all that kind of stuff. So, let's go back to the English. And the border ain't as cool. It's just a dark gray. I don't know if we got anybody who's got an image. Nope. Thought maybe somebody might have. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, just have sparkly gray. Oh, look at that ding in that corner. That's crazy. Pack fresh. Telling you, man. English and Japanese isn't near the print quality. Yeah, Japan is a lot better. All right. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to just go through that today for my own benefit, as well as maybe yours. You might not be interested in this as much as I might be, but you know, becoming familiar with the cards and the sets, and you know, I noticed that the Pikachu and the Charizard weren't in the Japanese version, but you know, while you might already know a lot of this stuff, this is a lot towards my benefit as well, and getting to know the cards and characters is something that I enjoy as much as any other collector in Pokemon. You know, I would love to, you know, collect this trainer card or any other trainer card or any other cool Pokemon card, you know, but right now it's very expensive to get into, and I'm not getting packs, you know, and I want to get packs. And if I got into the Japanese cards, I know I could get packs for a lot cheaper and open up, like, you know, you're talking half the price and much higher likelihood of probably actually getting that card if I was going to do it by opening packs. But, like, you know, I just think that Japanese is what will allow some people to be able to get product and be able to rip stuff open. That's what they want. And they just want the same cards, you know. And to me, the language doesn't mean as much because I don't play the game and I know the character, most of them anyway. So it's it's just another entry into Pokemon, and this is kind of the route that I want to take getting into it. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for this video. Just kind of going through all the cards in the Ascended Hero set, so then we can kind of look at, you know, why it's going crazy, and you can kind of see that, you know, somewhere around 14 to 15 cards are being listed above $100, and that's just crazy. Those prices will go down on those cards, so don't FOMO in. But you can see why people are opening, because they want to, you know, they want to hit that. They want to, you know, make some money on the packs that they just opened. And just like, you know, most people who are probably just collecting it, you know, if they got the hit, they're putting it straight in the binder, and, you know, that's cool, you know. But there's a lot of people too who they rip it open, and they get that chase card and they're like selling it raw, packed fresh, or sending it off to PSA to get it graded and do that as fast as possible. So, you know, that's it's awesome that you can kind of collect in your own way. And I'm never going to give anybody a hard time about the way that they want to get into Pokemon. You know, of course, if you're just going to be ripping it all off the shelves and posting it on eBay to sell it, you know, that's your prerogative, but I'm not going to tell you that that is the best way to get into it. You'll be quickly out of Pokemon, and that is also a good thing for those who collect and you know, invest into Pokemon, is those people won't last in Pokemon. So you have at least time on your side in that case. So just give it time. If you're frustrated with the scalpers, just give it time. They'll be gone, all right? And I'm not gonna say they won't ever be back, but all you have to do is be patient. And I had somebody comment on my video the other day about getting into Pokemon, and man, that's exciting. You can collect or get into Pokemon however you want to, but just be patient, start small, and that's where I am. I've been doing this for a month and I haven't even bought anything yet. So man, I'm getting the itch, if you know what I mean. So let's end the video there, and you guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Knock yourself out.